Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Jennie Montgomery. Welcome to another half hour of information to help you make the most of your time to make informed decisions and to keep up with goings-on around Greater Augusta. Today, we're talking about the Big Apple Fest in Aiken, buying a new car, and the inaugural walk for all cancers. As we have been highlighting breast cancer this month, we want to acknowledge the need for research and funding for all cancers. According to the American Cancer Society, there will be more than 87,000 new cases of cancer diagnosed right here in Georgia and South Carolina this year alone. Here in Augusta, the new state-of-the-art Georgia Cancer Center at the Medical College of Georgia at Augusta University began treating patients in January. The center's mission is to serve patients through all phases, from diagnosis to survivors. That was the case for Kim.
My 6-year-old daughter wanted to know if I would get the hair medicine, meaning would I lose my hair, and my son wanted to know if I would die, and those were their first questions. So we were prepared for that. We had read articles on how you tell children, how you make sure what you share with them is developmentally appropriate, not too much detail, but enough that they know you're being forthright. I'd like other women to know that mammograms can be life-saving, and as busy as we get, that needs to be an annual checkup. I think I'd like them to know the alarming statistic of 1 in 8 women get breast cancer in their lifetime, and that there are so many supporters out there and survivors that are here to help. I will be forever a grateful patient for our cancer center.
And you know, that's the thing the Georgia Cancer Center wants you to know, is that everyone who works there wants to be part of improving the lives of people touched by cancer. People like my guest, Dr. Kim Loomer, Dr. Loomer, who is a breast cancer survivor, and Jane Barrett, who is the Associate Director of Advancement. You're in fundraising at Georgia Cancer Center. Yes. Thank y'all both for being here today.
Thank you.
Dr. Loomer, tell us just a little bit about, you work at the medical college, right?
I do, yes. I oversee our 760 medical students, and my office is right across the street from the Cancer Center.
What did it feel like when you, a physician, heard you had, did you suspect it? Did you?
I did. I found the lump, and I went in for the walk-in mammography that is offered to our employees.
Wow. And then they said?
They said, come back this afternoon. So I knew something wasn't right, and I immediately met with a breast surgeon. So it was apparent right away that something was amiss, and whatever it was, whether it was cystic or it was cancer, was going to have to come out.
Kim's story is like, you know, so many others. There's family involved, there are children involved, but you were recently married too when you found out.
We were engaged in December, and then in March I was diagnosed, and I was told I would have my first chemo treatment about 2 weeks later, and I knew I would not have hair for a June wedding. So we moved our wedding to 3 weeks later. I had my hair. I was bald and in the ER by our 1-week anniversary, but yes. So.
Oh my goodness. You were so brave through all of it. And I guess because you are in the medical field, maybe it makes you look at it from more of a, this is what we can do to help me. This is what's available to me.
Maybe.
Do you think it made a difference that you were a physician?
I don't know. Well, I'm a psychologist by background, but I don't know if it did, because I think when you're the patient, you're still the one person that's the patient, whether you have knowledge about it or not, and you worry about your survivorship, but also your family.
And you had children, as you said in that video.
Yes, 6 and 9.
Well, they must love seeing Mom with her hair.
They do. They do. We're not sure whose hair it is, but we're happy to have it.
To have the hair. Good, good. Well, you are particularly interested then in this upcoming inaugural walk at the Georgia Cancer Center, Unite in the Fight Against Cancer. And Jane, it's a collaboration from all of the teams there who want to raise awareness of the different kinds of cancers, not just one in particular.
That's right, yeah. At the Georgia Cancer Center, we treat all cancers. And so we wanted to create a signature event, and we said, why don't we do something that's going to represent all cancers? Because I think you're hard-pressed to find anybody in the community that hasn't been touched by cancer in some way, whether it's a family member, a friend, a coworker. So we thought this would be a great way to really bring the community together around raising awareness and funds.
And you're doing something neat where people are representing particular cancers in the way that they dress or the teams that they're in. Is that right?
That's right. So our hope is that each team that's participating will choose a cancer that their family member or loved one dealt with, and they will wear a shirt the day of the walk in that color. So our hope is to see just a sea of colors that day with all the different cancers represented. There are actually 28 different cancers, and each one has a different color. And so
really,
that's right. And everybody knows, pink is the color for breast cancer.
Teal is ovarian.
Teal is ovarian. Purple actually represents all cancers. So we're hoping to see all different colors that day for the participants that are there representing all the different cancers.
That's fantastic. How can people get the information to sign up and get a team together?
Yeah, so we have a website. It's uniteaugusta.com. You can go on there. You can sign up to participate. You can create a team. There is no cost to register, but we're encouraging people to form teams really of any size and select a cancer they're going to represent. They can put information up on their page, they can put photos on there, and then they can fundraise for their team.
So a team can be a family, a team could be an office.
Exactly. Yeah, we have several teams that have formed, within groups at the cancer center. Like our breast cancer team has formed, a breast cancer group has formed a team. There's a brain cancer group that's formed a team. And we've got other people in the community that have signed up as well. So we're looking forward to a great event.
That's good. And I do like the emphasis because, of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have hit heavily on the Jennie Show each week talking about breast cancer, even today hearing from a breast cancer survivor, but still realizing that all cancers need attention. I know one particular that I hear from people about is bladder cancer, and they feel that bladder cancer is so underrepresented because it's not like a pretty cancer. Right. In terms of like they can't get a celebrity, even though there are some celebrities who have it, they're not associating themselves with it. It's not getting the attention. So I love the idea that like you said, there are 28 cancers, and we want to make sure people realize that and raise the awareness about it.
That's right.
Great.
Exactly. Yeah.
Before we wrap, I want to ask you, Kim, one more thing. How did being a cancer survivor, how does that affect the way you work with your students?
I would say it has provided me with a higher level of empathy. It's also allowed me to connect better with the students and talking about things like health disparities. Why are certain populations more impacted by cancer than others? It's allowed me, I think, an opportunity to really educate them about the prevalence of cancer, in my case breast cancer, but any cancers, and help them to be part of Unite in the Fight and some other community service activities here in the CSRA.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Let's show you right now before we go the full screen with the walk. It is the United in the Fight Against Cancer walk, the inaugural one for Georgia Cancer Center, coming up Saturday, November the 10th. Sign in. It's from 8 to 9. The walk starts at 9. And then there's an after walk celebration at 10 o'clock. And where do people need to report? Where is it going to be starting?
It's going to be starting and finishing at the Laney High School football stadium.
Okay. So on Laney Walker.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a great football stadium there. Channel 6 has a border bowl every January at that stadium.
Yeah.
So that's a good place, a good location for all of the throngs, the masses who are going to come out to support your walk. That's great. Yeah. Well, Kim and Jane, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck with the walk.
Thank you, Jane.
Still ahead on Jennie, is a new car in your future? Better Business CEO Kelvin Collins joins us next. He's got advice on buying a new car. Don't go away.